guys, what I want to show you guys now is what I consider to be the most important lift a runner can do. And there's a lot of science behind this one. If you want to check it out, like Ryan Flaggerty's actually done a lot of work on this, where he went into the lab, he took a bunch of sprinters in there, and he had them perform all different kinds of lifts, squats, Hex Bar Dead Lift, traditional deadlift, step-ups, all kinds of different things to see if there's any correlation between how strong guys are in the weight room and how fast they are on the track. And he found zero correlation for any exercises in the weight room except for this one. And this is a Hex Bar Deadlift, and he actually found a very strong correlation between how much guys could move here. If they're able to move more weight, they're faster out on the track. So it certainly is helpful in building power. What I love about it, it's not a traditional deadlift, so it doesn't load up your low back as much. It is going to hit your low back a little bit, but later on in the video I'm going to show you guys how you can make sure you protect that low back. But it's super important that we strengthen that low back as well, because a lot of runners have problems with their low back just because they don't do any strengthening exercises, and all the pounding of running, it comes down on your back. So, I love this lift. Always start out just with the bar. No matter if it's you're doing this as your second lift or your first lift, you might say, I'm already warm. Well, you're not warm with this movement yet. So, what it's going to look like, I'm going to walk you guys through it. Here's the thing with all weight training. It's just find a comfortable position for your body. So I have my feet right now maybe slightly wider than shoulder width apart, or maybe right around shoulder width apart. For me, I'm more comfortable with my toes just slightly pointed out. You know, everyone's gonna be a little bit different on that, but just do what's comfortable for you and allows you to move in the proper way. All right, so keys with the Hex Bar Deadlift is going to be driving through your heels, squeezing your glute at the top. And what I want you guys to do on all lifting is I want you to go down 3 counts. So 1, 2, 3, explode up. Flex your glutes hard at the top. So yeah, like I said, you're going to start with the bar weight. You're going to gradually add weight until you get to what you consider to be your working set, and that will depend on how many reps are in your set. So obviously if you're doing 4 sets of 10, you're going to be using a different amount of weight than if you're doing 4 sets of 2, where you'll be lifting super heavy. So here, I'm just going to walk you guys through now what this looks like. So when you come down here, don't just lazily grab the bar. Everything starts with, we want a firm connection between you and the bar, whether you're doing Hex Bar Deadlift or squatting or another bar exercise. Like, your connection with the bar is super important. So when you grab the bar, squeeze the crap out of it. Squeeze it as hard as you can. And what that does, you squeeze and then it gets your forearms going, then you squeeze your triceps, and then you squeeze your lats, and now your whole back is tight. You're not going to get hurt in that position. And we want you to keep that position all the way through the lifts when you come up. So you don't want to be coming forward and letting the weight drag us forward. All the way up, we want that positioning. If you do that, you're not going to get hurt. If you're losing that positioning, you're trying to lift too much weight, reduce the weight a little bit. So, like I said, we come in here, we grab, we grip, and then I got my weight back on my heels so I can move my toes, right? And let's talk about line of sight real quick. My line of sight's right here. It's gonna come up, it's basically just staying like this. So I'm not just fixed on one thing and having my head go like this. It's my head staying the same, my line of sight slightly changing as I go. Alright, so I want you guys to see what's going on in my back. Alright, so what's going on with my back? Squeezing the bar, squeezing my triceps, squeezing my lats back down, my shoulder blades are down, and then through the heels, coming up. Squeeze glutes at the top. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's see. I want you guys to really see how I'm tightening my back. So if you guys can put on your x-ray glasses now, I'm going to show you that. Alright, so now you got your x-ray glasses on, you can see what's going on. Notice my lats here getting tight. Squeeze the bar, tighten the lats, and then up through the heels. Squeeze the glutes at the top. So when I talk about squeezing your glutes at the top, the reason why I want you guys to do that is because this exercise, it's all about, like I said, using your glutes, but it's also about hip extension. It's about popping our hips out, which is the same exact thing we do every single stride we take. Your body wants to collapse down, and your hips, your glutes, everything in here is needing to react to the ground and to the weight you're putting on the ground, the pressure that you're getting from the ground. So really, when you're doing these, really focus on pop those hips hard. Pop the hips and squeeze the glutes at the same time. All right guys, so in summary, Hex Bar Deadlift, key points you want to go for: driving through your heels, grabbing the bar hard, protecting your back, squeezing everything, putting your lats in your pocket, and then driving through the heels, fast up, 3 count down, fast up, and then line of sight. Line of sight's like this. Alright, so if you're doing that, you'll be good to go. One problem you could run into is grip strength. A lot of my pro athletes have a hard time holding enough weight. So you can get these straps on Amazon, super simple, like 15 bucks or something. So if you're having a hard time gripping and you feel like your forearms are giving out before your glutes are giving out, because what we're trying to work with the Hex Bar, we're trying to hit your low back, but mainly we're trying to hit your glutes really hard, and you're driving through those glutes. Much in the same way when you're running, you're driving with those glutes every time you contact the ground. So it's really important to get these glutes turned on and get them strong. But if you're limited by your grip strength, get these straps, and they're really simple. Just go here, just wrap it around the bar a couple times, and then you hold on to it, and now, like, my grip will not give out. I could handle 1,000 pounds with this. Maybe not, but you get the idea. It helps a lot. So check those out if you're having problems. That's the Hex Bar Deadlift, guys. Make sure you're really focused as you're doing that. Squeezing your muscles as hard as you can. Remember, we're not lifting weights, we're making contractions, so make sure they're quality contractions.